Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expedition. This short video is to tell you that I'll be taking Polymarket seriously going forward. Although late, Polymarket is the veteran of prediction markets, but I'm still going to get started because this is a very high valued project. Even your basic participation could mean a very huge airdrop. And these days, there are many tools to use to be effective with Polymarket to automate trades and all that. So I'm definitely going to be using Polymarket more actively going forward. Now, you may not know that you can also perform delta neutral strategies with prediction markets. So I'll just give you a gist of how to get started with that. If I were to do so, I would be pairing it with Limitless because they have similar markets. So now if you want to deal with the crypto side of things, Limitless has an hourly market. By the way, Limitless has an airdrop. The snapshot for the airdrop on Limitless is January 26th. You just need $200 worth of volume on Limitless to qualify. Of course, the more volume the better, but minimum. So you can look for the same market on Polymarket. Go one side. So say yes on one side. For example, this market will Bitcoin price hit. No, this is not hourly. You may want to go to the hourly market. So I will not dwell into the technicalities of this. There are some technicalities, but generally you can approach this even to make profit, where, for example, the sum of, let's say you go up here and you see like 47 cents, and then on Limitless, the sell is around, say, 52 cents. There's a 1 cent opportunity for profit there. But ultimately, if you want just volume and all that, you can go delta neutral, a yes position on Polymarket, for example, a no position on Limitless, same market. You can also combine Polymarket with say predict.fund, which is another Limitless market that I just found that I'll be taking seriously as well. Where's predict.fund? Okay, so check them out. Not to worry, I'll feature them in the description. So I've just got started with this one, and you compare it. Otherwise, you can trade based on knowledge. Copy trade, for example, experts. So there is a tool for that. I'd feature most of the tools in the description, but a tool I found for copy trading, I have so many tabs open. Okay, is this one, TradeFox. I'll feature it in the description. The good thing about TradeFox is you can also limit trade. So instead of sitting on the trade, you can limit trade. Like on Polymarket, you don't have the ability to. Yes, you can also limit trade, but this gives you a more interesting interface. So if you go to follow, you can also find traders with good P&L and you follow them using this tool. So I'll feature it in the description. Now, some of these platforms, for example, Limitless, I don't know of Polymarket. Volume is a factor. So for some, you may want to go volume outright. Of course, it's possible to buy into a position and sell to make profit. Some may want to go volume, So they may go into the lengthier markets, for example, and maybe buy and sell a position. Or they may go into multiple choice options, for example, like this is ending January. No, this is anyway, I don't want to dwell like this one. For example, you'll see lengthy events, so for example, if I bought a position here, I can sell it and retrieve my principal, maybe pay a small amount of fees. You can enter all the positions here or incline towards the favorite position, stuff like that. So anyway, this is an overview video to tell you that I'll be taking Polymarket seriously. I'll also be exploring the tools that will make you efficient on Polymarket and feature it in subsequent videos. For now, I featured TradeFox. And it's also a learning ground. You can find PTG projects here. You can gauge their valuation and know how to, put a position. So for example, I'm seeing a lot of interesting TGEs here. You can also gauge their prospective dates and all that. So it's a learning ground. So that's the scope for this video. Now, why am I doing this video? Because I'm building a tool and I'm filling it up with information as we speak. Not only am I filling it up with airdrops, I'm filling it up with what I call curated quest packs that will remind me of my daily airdrop activities, something I've been lacking in, and ensure that I perform the associated tasks. So for example, I'm adding a prediction market category. I'm going to feature Trade Fox here. I'm going to feature Polymarket here. So let's say that Limitless, perform 10 buys and sell prediction trades on Limitless. I click on this, add it to the task, time myself. Let me just put this in complete status. Then the activity runs. Within the allotted time, I try to complete the activity daily. If I fail, I'm reminded through notifications. Otherwise, it will be in the unfinished tasks category. I can also favorite a quest so that it displays in the favorite portal here, and then I can add all this to the dashboard and complete them. I'm also going to be serving airdrops through this medium. So Polymarket, by the way, I built that recently. It's still in its early stages, so it's not yet complete with information. So I've not added Polymarket yet, but I'll be adding it. Now, when you find Polymarket or any airdrop, for example, Limitless, and you go to learn more, it will take you to an entire publication tutorial that I'll be iterating over time with respect to the airdrop. Now, while you're on Airdrop C, don't forget to subscribe to airdrop reminders. So click here to subscribe and submit your email here. Eventually, I'll be serving all the airdrops through the app, and I'll feature the app here on the home page. So that's that. Check the description. There will be a bunch of airdrop opportunities there relating to prediction markets, perp dexes. I'm focusing on DeFi airdrops going forward. They are more tangible, because they are usually few active users. Even if they have 100,000 users, let's say only 10,000 are active. So that's the scope there. Now, contact me using this contact form, this Telegram, and this Twitter. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Stay awesome. Take action.